Get it all of them. What's up, guys? Let me make sure this is working. Yeah, I just got back from a really fun 4th of July weekend. I just wanted to say, guys, I hope you had a great 4th. After reviewing a lot of the stuff that I had filmed both on the 4th before and yesterday, I was kind of thinking, it wasn't really like this cool 4th of July video like I maybe hoped it was. I definitely didn't think that it was like this really cool 4th of July video. And I think that's totally okay. I mean, I had a blast having some downtime with friends, family, hanging out and just enjoying the weekend, the good weather, and I hope you guys did too. But I was reviewing some stuff that I filmed in the past of, what could be a good video instead of me cutting up some of the stuff of me just really hanging out, relaxing, maybe some good banter between friends, etc. I thought I'd maybe pull out a vault video. So this video is a little bit more serious. It is talking about, how I deal with failure, or how to successfully deal with failure, or what has worked for me. So I hope you guys can sort of relate to this, but I thought I'd throw a quick clip at the beginning of this just to kind of show, what I was up to this weekend. And yeah, I had a blast, got a little tan, maybe some color. And yeah, but hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I appreciate anyone who watches. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. It mean the world to me. So 612 Unscripted. You're gonna watch a little past me. I look a little different than I do now, so peace. What's up, chat? What's up, chat? This is gonna be a little bit more of a serious video, a serious story time. Yeah, the title will probably be How to Deal with Failure. How to Deal with Failure. Ever since I've started doing these YouTube videos, or started making content, I have run into a lot of roadblocks, and I just wanted to describe, how to successfully deal with failure, or what's a positive way to deal with failure. It's always good to sit there and realize, why did I fail? Why did I fail? Why am I giving up? Why am I stopping? Why did this not work out? I think being able to deal with negative emotions and turn it into positive action I think it's a really good thing that you should do. First step was acceptance. The second step, I will say, or the second thing I will mention, is that I think when you experience failure, you need to not internalize the failure. And this is the step that I think I'm really having a hard time working on. I got a really good piece of advice from someone, I think by multiple people, but the advice was, if you're dealing with something, by sharing it, you are taking half of the load that you have internalized of the issue, of the failure, of the grief, of the whatever, the negative emotion, and basically giving it to someone else. And I think just talking it out helps a lot. I'm not really a big fan of therapy. I'm not a big, fan of people flaunting their issues, or, saying, woe is me, pity me. I really don't like that. And I don't think I'm necessarily doing it with this video either, but I think it's fair to say that I have failed a lot, and that it's good to talk about your failures, and it's good to turn the negative emotion that you have into a positive action. I came back home. I just got home and I failed again. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, the first step is you need to analyze and accept the failure, and understand why you did fail. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, why did I fail? I think it's good to acknowledge negative things about yourself, because then you can change it. When you take a real good hard look at yourself and you understand, no one likes to critique yourself, but at the end of the day, you have to be self-aware enough to change the bad and negative things about yourself. Number 3, this is the third step of how to deal with failure, is to turn the negative emotions that you're feeling, or the negative, into a positive action. So what am I doing? What am I doing right now? I am turning the 6 days I've had, 5-6 days of consistent failure, and just consistent failure that I've had, into a positive action. When I've had 3 ideas, this is the first time it's ever happened, but the first time I had 3 ideas fail in a week, what am I going to do? Do I just give up? Did I just want to just give up? Did I just want to skip this week and not film anything? Yes, 100%. But I came to the conclusion. I'm like, you know what? It's probably a good idea to talk about. Maybe other people are struggling with failure. Maybe other people don't know how to deal with failure. And I'm not saying that what I do in terms of dealing with failure or you know, how to change failure is the right thing to do, but I think it's worked for me. And, I think it's always good to be optimistic. I was blessed with genetics to be optimistic. I've always been optimistic in my entire life. A lot of things have been going wrong outside of YouTube and stuff my entire life, but I've never thought that it was the end of the world. I've never thought I couldn't do something, never thought that, whatever circumstance I was in was the end all to my goals and my dreams. And I think that that's really a good thing to have. I think I was just blessed with that internal dialogue of positivity. And I urge anyone who floats around with negative thoughts to really take a hard look at yourself and try and rewire your brain to think more positively. One thing that I've realized is you are what you think about, you do what you think about, you encapsulate what you think about. And if you're negative, if you're angry, if you're sad, if you're jealous, all those negative emotions internalizes in you, and you then are that product of the negative thoughts that you have. So although I do get upset, I do put a lot of pressure on myself for doing a lot of this content stuff. I think I'm used to failure too. I don't know. Maybe I'm used to it. That's probably not a good thing, but I'm used to things not working out. I've been used to it for as long as I can remember of things not going my way. And it's always good to just, number one, accept it. Number two, to ask why. Number three, to change your thought process. Turn the negative into positive action. That's the third, excuse me. I'm adding a fourth step in there. You should care less about what people think about you. It's important that you care about what people think in the terms of how you present yourself. Now, I'm in the workforce. I need to care about how I look, how I talk, how I present myself. I need to care about the things I say, how that impacts others. I need to care about those things. But if you are chasing your dreams, if you are chasing a goal, if you're pursuing something you're passionate about, you need to care less about what other people think about that specifically. You just have to not care about what other people think in that regard. But I will say it's sort of easier said than done. I've dealt with it. I just had to kind of block it out. One thing that I have is I have tunnel vision. When I focus on something, when I work towards something, that's the only thing that's on my mind. So in this instant, the only thing that's on my mind is overcoming the immense failures that I've had ever since I started making content, and continuing to make videos whether or not I'm in a good mood, whether or not my idea falls through, whether or not I'm happy. I think a lot of people base their actions off of their mood, and that's a really bad thing to do. You should not base any of your actions based around your mood at all. I've heard this from other people. This is not, a new thing that is in is on the internet now, but you will get so much done if you just base your actions off of your goals and pursue your passions based off of mood. There's plenty of times Michael Jordan went and worked on his skills when he didn't feel like it. There's plenty of times where I went and brainstormed and went out and did videos and filmed when I had a really bad day, or things were in my personal life going very horrible. Just in general, I mean, I don't need to say any more examples other than that, but there's plenty of times people are going through things and they still do things because it's the right thing to do. At the end of the day, every single decision you have matters. Turning negative things that happen to you into positive action is the best piece of advice that I could give you guys. It's very good to before you do anything, before you act on anything, you need to think about it. You have to think about it. How is this going to affect your life? Because every decision you make matters. Every small thing that you think that doesn't matter, it matters 100%. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly vent to my phone, to the internet, of how I deal with failure, and specifically how you need to change for the better and turning your negative emotions or failures or bad things that happen to you into positive action. But I think it's fairly good advice, and I think you should think about it, whether or not you agree with me or not. So 612 Unscripted, peace.